I am Ambassador Noe Wong, and as I have said before, I just got assigned here last May 9. And I would like to say that, for the record, that this is my first interview being conducted by Korea.net. And I'm grateful and I appreciate it for giving me this opportunity to be able to speak out and to transmit whatever message I have for the Filipino people in Korea and to the Korean people as well.
The Philippines have diplomatic ties with both Koreas, and how you see our peace process on the Korean Peninsula.
The peace and order situation in Southeast Asia and Northeast Asia are increasingly intertwined. Whatever will happen in any will affect the entire region. So any negative or positive thing that will transpire there, it will be considered as either as a threat or something that will affect the stability, the peace and order situation in the region, not only Southeast Asia, but Northeast Asia and the Korean Peninsula. That's why we always support the peace process between the two Koreas, inter-Korean peace process. We always support the international community's call for denuclearization. Everything, peace process is, to me, will affect not only the Korean Peninsula but the entire Asian region. That's how important it is.
Korea and the Philippines mark the 70th anniversary of forming diplomatic ties. How would you assess the long-lasting relationship between the two countries?
In terms of trade and economy, South Korea is one of the top import supplier for the Philippines. But at the same time, South Korea is also one of the top market for our exports. Now, in terms of defense and security, I am proud, or I would like to underscore the fact that South Korea is one of the most important allies of the Philippines. It has helped a lot in the modernization and the upgrading of our defense and security capabilities. In another issue, the Philippines is a prime food producer and exporter as well of food. And Korea is one of the largest importer of food. And with that, I think we consider South Korea as a lucrative market as far as our export of our agricultural and tropical fruits, and I could name some. Since 2010, the number one tourist coming to the Philippines comes from Korea. In 2012, we achieved 1 million Korean tourists, still the top tourist arrivals. Last year of December 2018, we achieved 1,621,251 Korean tourists. So it just shows that this person-to-person exchanges really.
So is there any must-see events held in Korea to mark 70th anniversary of bilateral ties?
For our Independence Day or National Day last June 12. But because of this 70th anniversary celebration, we decided to come up with events to give meaning, to make this milestone, historical milestone, maybe an event to remember. So we are trying to plan out a diplomatic reception by October 17 for this 70th anniversary.
So the ASEAN and Korea commemorative summit will be held in the end of this year. What does the Philippines expect to be discussed at the summit?
Because it is ASEAN, so it does not only include the Philippines. So when you talk ASEAN, we are there. We are one of the 10 ASEAN countries. So basically, I think it would be an assessment of the new Southern policy by the President Moon. They being the host now, he made mention of that new Southern policy in November of 2017. So we will be assessing that. And we will be discussing lots of inputs and subjects, which is primarily geared towards strengthening the bilateral relations between ASEAN and Korea. I've heard that one of the subjects mentioned by the Busan government is the creation of the ICT content house, just like the ASEAN Culture House. So this was announced to us when we were there 2 weeks ago. We were visitors of the mayor. He said one of the subjects they would like to input in the summit is the establishment of the ASEAN ICT Content House. Again, also to be established in Busan. But basically, it's more of really strengthening the bilateral relations, political, economic, and whatever is the positive thing that can be arrived at or be concluded in that summit.